Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of a day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Paul. My clean date is June 24th, 2008. You're listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the spiritual principle of the day for December 13th. Individuality and our spiritual awakenings. The idea of a spiritual awakening takes many different forms in the different personalities that we find in the fellowship. Basic Text, Chapter 4, Step 12. Step 12 speaks of the spiritual awakening we have as a result of working the steps. By the time most of us begin our work on Step 12, we typically have had any number of awakenings of a spiritual nature. Some awakenings might seem small, like recognizing an asset we've never noticed when we write our Step 4 inventory. Other awakenings are more profound, like realizing how a handful of behavior patterns all trace back to a particular character defect we are just now coming to understand. As long as we keep moving through the steps, we will continue learning about ourselves. The basic text mentions that we differ in degrees of sickness and rate of recovery, so it stands to reason that the types of awakenings each of us needs may be quite different as well. We all have our own stories, including how we got here and where we are going. Hearing others share about their awakenings can be inspiring and instructive, but having our own experiences, even if they differ from what we hear others share, is what really matters. If we wait to have the same experience we hear others share, we may be disappointed. Worse yet, we may miss what's happening in our own heart and spirit if we look only for what others have described to us rather than seeing what we see for ourselves. The prospect of having a spiritual awakening that is truly our own can be both awe-inspiring and intimidating. While our awakenings may not be identical to anyone else's, the better we get to know the truth of our own experiences, the better we will be able to recognize the truth shared with us by fellow addicts. We are each on our own journey, but much of the terrain we cover is the same. Spiritual principle. The awakenings we experience in the steps may be different, but the message we carry is the same. I will honor the truth of my own awakenings as well as those shared by fellow NA members.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.